Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha. We'll begin with a short meditation. Kindly sit straight and make sure your vertebral column, your spinal column is erect. Slowly close your eyes. Bring your awareness on your breathing, breathing normally, but with full awareness of every inhalation and exhalation that occurs through your body. Just be a silent witness of the whole process. As you keep observing your breath, you will also slowly relax, letting go of your tensions about the future as well as the regrets about the past, being in the present moment, here and now. Now we'll chant the Omkara mantra 3 times. As we chant Om, imagine the sound of Om to arise from deep within your navel area. And visualize as the sound arises, cleansing your body, your mind, and the atmosphere around you. And feel the vibrations of Om both within and outside. Now kindly take a deep breath. Now feel the reverberations of Om inside you as well as outside of you. and feel the vibrations merging in silence, enjoying pure and deep silence. Once again, bring your awareness on your breathing. And now, as you breathe in, chant the mantra Ma silently, along with your in-breath, and Om when you breathe out. Ma is a representation of divine love, Om of divine light. You need not visualize love and light. Just feel your heart being filled with love as you breathe in, chanting Ma. And when you breathe out, chanting Om, feel the light. And continue for some time. Slowly and slowly the reverberations of Ma and Om become more and more subtle. Can you just feel the vibrations of Ma and Om rather than the physical sound within you? Feel your heart being filled with that divine love and light. And your heart expanding like a flower bud that opens slowly into a beautiful and fragrant flower. Now feel the love, the light, the peace, the silence, and the compassion in your heart. Imagine a ray of light going out from your heart to all the beings in this world, just like the rays of the sun. And as the light falls on each and every being, imagine they also become more loving, more peaceful, more silent, and more content. Imagine this whole world to be filled with that light of love and peace. Now while imagining so, we'll chant the Loka Samasta prayer 9 times. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Dhyayamo Dhavlavakundhanavatim Tejomayim Naishtikim Snigdha Pangavilokinim Bhagavatim Mandasmidashri Mukhim Valsalyamritavarshinim Sumadhuram Sankirtanalapinim Shamangi Madhusakta Suktim Amritanandatmikam Ishwarim. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Parambaram Srude Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhadrayanam Sutrabhashyakrita Vande Bhagavandav Punah Punaha Ishwarau Guru Ragmedi Murti Bheda Vibhagini Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Lakshana Murtaye Namaha. Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha. Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha. Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha. In the previous session, we had seen how Lord Brahma tried to hide the gopas, the boys, and also the calves that Lord Krishna was tending to. And Lord Krishna in his Maya, he had created the same calves and the boys in a similar manner. And this was happening during the 5th year of Lord Krishna and Balarama. So when the Gopas, the boys, returned back to the Vrija, their homes, it was a year later after they narrated the story of Aghasura, the python, demon who had swallowed all of them, and then Lord Krishna grew inside his mouth so large that his mouth and his whole belly broke, and the boys were saved. So the 6th year, they went and told the story to their mothers. And naturally, King Parikshit had this question as to why it took them an year. And then Lord Shuka, Sage Shuka, explained the fact that Brahma had kidnapped the boys purposefully. And then Lord created with his own Maya the boys and the calves, and finally restored them after a year. And it was in Brahma's time, it was just a wink of his eye. And that was the time that it happened. And that was just one human year. Whereas even for Lord Krishna, it was half of that. You can say 100,000th of a millisecond in his time. And so this, as Lord Brahma, when he came back, he realized that Lord Krishna had created this Maya, and finally he bowed down to Lord Krishna and praised him and gave back the boys and the calves, and that's how they returned back. So now 1 year has passed, and now that Rama and Krishna, that is Balarama, his brother, and Krishna had reached the age of 6, and they were permitted to tend cows also. Unlike earlier, they were allowed to look after only the calves because they were only 5 years old. So along with their companions, they took the cattle for grazing into the distant parts of Vrindavana, thus sanctifying all parts of that region with the contact of their feet. And accompanied by Rama and surrounded by Gopa boys, singing in his praises, himself sounding the flute, Sri Krishna and one day started driving in front of the herd of cattle. And desirous of play, they entered the forest with its grassy clearing and blossoming trees. So he's saying that beautifully they're portraying one of the things that here I was just saying that when the Lord puts his feet, he's sanctifying all the parts of that region with the contact of his feet. So he's going into new areas in Vrindavana and in the Vrindavana forest. And the place was filled with sweetly buzzing honey beetles, deer, and birds of various kinds. There blew a pleasant breeze cooled by the surface of expansive lakes that were calm like the minds of good men and carrying the fragrance of lotus flowers. Seeing all that, the Lord chose it as a fitting place for his sport. Here and there, they came across trees covering the charming garbs of crimson leaves, which seemed to prostrate before the Lord, with their heads bent down to the ground, with their load of flowers and fruits on their branches. So he's saying that there's a beautiful analogy here, saying that the place was filled with honey beetles, deer, birds of various kinds, and they're saying the flowers were very fragrant, and the surface of the expansive lakes were calm. They're saying like the minds of good men. So they're giving a small clue. What is how will be the mind of a good person? It will be calm and quiet. So then, as they were coming across, they were seeing that gobs of crimson leaves which seemed to prostrate to the Lord. Because they were loaded with flowers and fruits, and they were prostrating, as if they were prostrating to the Lord. He, the first of all beings, smiled on seeing the beauty of the forest and addressed his elder brother, Rama, that is Balarama, as follows. The Lord said, O great one, at thy feet which have received the worship of the Devas, these trees are making prostrations and offering of flowers and fruits borne on their heads, as if they are doing an act of worship by way of expiation for the evil karmas that have given them embodiment as trees. O original one, these honey beetles are singing thy world-sanctifying praise and are worshipping thee with every sound they produce. Surely they are some great sages, some important devotees of thine, who do not like to leave their Lord and Master, even when he has come incognito as a human being, and further hidden himself in a forest. O worshipful one, these peacocks are dancing. These female deer are generating joy in thee by their glances, just like the gopis. And these kokilas, means the kokilas are the birds, the one with the, or it can be peacocks also, producing their sweet musical sound and which are welcoming thee along with all the others to their residence. Even these inhabitants of the forest are feeling great satisfaction in honoring thee, thus it being the characteristic of all worthy people. Blessed is the region, including all the grass and the shadow and the shady bowers here, because they have got the contact of thy feet. Blessed are the plants and creepers here, because they have got the impression of thy fingernails on them. Blessed are the rivers, mountains, birds, and animals of this region, because they have been the recipients of thy merciful glances. And blessed too are the gopis, who have been held in thy embrace, which is always coveted by Shri herself. So here, the Lord is praising Balarama, addressing his brother Balarama. And in one sense, Balarama is Amsha avatar, that is a partial avatar of Lord Krishna himself, of Lord Vishnu himself. So in one sense, we can say that the Lord is praising himself through Balarama. And so the question is, why should the Lord praise himself? So it is to reveal the fact that number one, the Lord has come in a human form itself. And secondly, to increase our devotion. And he's saying every step he's talking about these things. Like he's saying the trees are making prostrations and offering their flowers and fruits like as an act of worship. Why? Because they want to get rid of their evil karmas, which has given them the embodiment as trees. And then the honey beetles are singing and sanctifying their praise, which are worshipping thee with every sound they produce. And he says, surely there must be some sages, some important devotees of yours, and who do not want to leave the master, and he's saying the master has come incognito as a human being. and also that he has hidden himself in a forest. So these two things. So that's why they have come as beetles or these peacocks, and they also the kokilas or the quails. They are singing. In one sense, they're saying that they are singing to honor thee, means to honor the Lord, and which is characteristic of all worthy people. And he's saying, blessed is the region, including all the grass, the shady bowers here, because they have the contact of thy feet. So, and because of the plants and the creepers have got the impression of thy fingernails. And blessed are the rivers, mountains, birds, and animals, because they have been the recipients of thy merciful glances. And blessed are the gopis who have been held in thy embrace, which is always coveted by Sri herself. So you can just think about Amma here. How many times she has held us in embrace, how many times she has glanced us, and how many times she has sang for us, how many times she has walked in these places. And so the blessings are immeasurable, which cannot be counted. And so what we have to understand is, through this, we have to understand that when the Lord comes as a human being, everything, a glance, an embrace, a look, a walk, a touching of the feet or touching of the hands, anything is a blessing for us. And he's saying that, look at all this, not only the gopis who were given special attention by the Lord, but all these trees, the animals, the insects, flowers, fruits, everything has been blessed by the Lord. So it's a beautiful expression of devotion. And everywhere you can see that anything that is being touched, anything that is being seen, even a glance of Amma is enough to raise a person from just being an ordinary being to the divine. And thus did Krishna delight himself along with his companions, moving about on the river bank and in the hillocks in and about Vrindavana. Bedecked with garlands, he is seen singing in one place along with the inebriated buzzing honey beetles, accompanied by his brother Balarama and extolled by his companions. He is seen sometimes making others laugh, sometimes singing like the swans, sometimes imitating the dance of peacocks. Delighting the cows and his companions, he sometimes calls by name, in a voice clear and sonorous, like thunder, the cows that have gone away to great distances. Now and then he produces sounds imitative of the cries of birds, like chakora, krauncha, chakravaka. Next, he pretends to be frightened like other creatures in the forest by the sounds of wild animals like tigers and lions. And sometimes he engages himself in shampooing the feet of his elder brother Rama, who by being extremely tired by play, is resting with his head on the lap of some friend among the boys. Holding their hands and laughing in fun, he praises the skill of his companion cowherd boys, who in pairs or groups dance or sing or jump about or fight duels. Sometimes, tired after bouts of boxing, he lies resting the head on the lap of a friend or a bed of flowers made at the foot of a tree. Some shampoo the feet of the exalted one, while other fortunate boys engage themselves in fanning him. Still others, with their minds softened by love, gently sing him songs eulogizing his charming and inimitable deeds. In this way, hiding his real identity by the power of his own Maya, And assuming the form and activities of a cowherd boy, he, who is in reality the Supreme Divine, ever served by Rama, his consort, lived a rustic's life amidst humble rural folk. So, you can just imagine, the great blessings of these boys to be with the Lord, just as him being a small boy and playing with them, and in one sense we can see that he was also making the sounds of different birds, and then sometimes he used to shampoo or he used to massage the feet of his older brother Balarama, and sometimes he himself lying on the lap of one of his friends, and or in the bed of flowers made at the foot of the tree. And just imagine how fortunate were these boys who engaged in massaging his feet, and also engaged themselves in fanning him. So I remember a story in this was early 80s, when Amma was giving Devi Bhava Darshana in the small Kalari. As you know, it was just a 6 foot wide and 4 or 5 feet wide room. And those days they didn't have any fans, no air conditioner, nothing. And as the Devi Baba started, people used to take turns to stand and fan Amma. And I myself had the good fortune to fan Amma for some time. And the strangest thing is, I sometimes used to stand there and fan. Of course, I had to fight with other people to get the fan. It's called the Vishari, means it's made with palm leaf. And so I was fanning Amma. Sometimes I would fan for 2 or 3 hours, and the hand, I never had any pain in my hand, even of fanning for 3 hours. I would just stand there and keep fanning. At that time, I didn't think it was a miracle, but now, when I look back and think about these things, these small things. It's not these big things, those are, and Amma is not creating big miracles, but just like Lord Krishna. These boys never realized that they were with the Lord. That's the beauty. And the Lord was creating small miracles in that as he was walking. And he was interacting with them as he is interacting with all these things. As those times that we really cherish with Lord Krishna or with Amma. It's not the moments, great moments, like the 50th birthday and also so and so. But these small, simple things, spending time with Amma, Amma lying in the lap of somebody, Amma looking at you, smiling, and talking to you very sweetly. These are the small things that are real miracles in our lives. So he's saying that the divine was hiding in this, the rustic village, and amongst these humble rural folk. So one day, the cowherd boy named Sri Dama, a dear friend of Rama and Krishna, together with the 2 others, Subala and Stoka, Krishna said to them as follows with great affection, O Rama, the powerful one, O Krishna, the suppressor of evil ones. Not far from here is an extensive palm grove. The palm trees abound in fruits, large numbers of which have fallen, and even now continues to fall. but there is a wicked asura named Dhenuka, has debarred others from entering that place. O Rama, O Krishna, this powerful asura has the form of a donkey and has with him a large retinue of relatives and servants equal to him in strength. O destroyer of foes, as he is a cannibal, eating human flesh, men are afraid to go there. Even cows and birds avoid that place under his control. There you get palm fruits with a unique flavor. Even here you can get the spreading fragrance of those fruits. O Krishna, even the smell of it has enhanced our craving for it. Help us to get some of them. O Rama, we want it very much. Come, let's go if you please. So they're saying that, so they're addressing Balarama and Lord Krishna and saying that there was a powerful and evil asura, and his name was Dhenuka, and he had the form of a donkey. And he had a large retinue of relatives and servants. So we know there's a large retinue of donkeys who are asuras everywhere. Not only in that time, now also we have so many donkeys. And so the beauty about that, he was saying that there were palm fruits there, which was very unique in flavor. And even the smell attracted them so much that they wanted to have this fruit. So he's saying, oh Krishna, oh Balarama, please come, let's go and have these palm fruits. Hearing these words of his friends, the Lord laughed, and ever ready to oblige them, started for the forest of palms, accompanied by the other boys. The Lord was, obliging them because he wanted to kill the asura. That was his basic purpose, not to eat the palm fruits. And so he said, okay, let's go there and meet the asura. So entering the grove, Balarama shook the palm trees with his powerful arms in the manner of an elephant, and the fruits fell down in clusters. Hearing the sound of falling fruits, the donkey-shaped asura came running furiously, creating tremors on the earth covered with trees. That powerful and perverse demon approached Balarama very quickly, and after kicking him on his chest, circled the place, braying. Again the asura went towards Balarama, and his back turned towards him and kicked at him violently with his hind leg in a bid to kill him. So when the asura, Dhenuka, heard the sound of the falling palm trees, he came running. And he did not understand who Balarama was. He did not understand who Krishna was. So this is one of the characteristics of asuras. They cannot understand the divinity in people and in themselves. So that is why they are called as asuras or demons, because they have moved away from the divine nature so much that they cannot understand and recognize the divinity in others. So as the donkey came and started kicking Balarama, and he gave one kick, and then again he came to kick another one so as to kill Balarama, thinking that he was very strong. Balarama caught hold of him by his legs and whirled him around and round with one arm. With that, the asura died, and his dead body was thrown to the top of a big palm tree. And the massive top of the palm tree swayed violently as the carcass fell on it. the tree got uprooted and crashed on the neighboring tree, that on the next, and so on. Thus the fall of the donkey demon's body, thrown by Balarama playfully, had the effect of a storm on the palm grove, many trees of which thus fell down uprooted in a chain reaction. There is nothing to wonder at this achievement of the Lord, the infinite being and the Lord of all, in whom the whole universe rests as a cloth in the threads that form its warp and woof. So you can see that Balarama just took the demon, whirled him, and threw him on top of a palm tree. And because of the weight of the demon, the Asura, the palm tree fell down and hit another palm tree, and that palm tree got uprooted and crashed on the other one, and so on. And there was a cascading, falling effect of all the palm trees, and all of them got uprooted. As the donkey demons, all the other donkey demons, the relatives and the dependents of Dhenuka, were provoked to great anger by the death of their kinsman, and they came furiously charging at Rama and Krishna. O king, Rama and Krishna whirled all the attacking donkey demons by their legs and hurled them into the top of the trees. Strewn with the fallen fruits, the carcasses of the dead Asuras, and the tops of broken palm trees, that region looked like the sky with clouds of variegated colors spreading over it. Coming to know of the remarkable deeds of Rama and Krishna, the celestial, in great joy, rained flowers and sounded their musical and percussion instruments. By the death of Dhenuka, people were able to gather and consume palm fruits as they liked without any fear, and the cows could graze freely in that area. Krishna, the lotus-eyed and the sanctifier of those who hear and recount his excellences, then returned to Vrija along with his brother, while all his companions glorified him by singing and songs and praises. So, they're saying that all the relatives of the donkey demon Dhenuka came and attacked, and all of them got killed by both Rama, Balarama, and Krishna, and that area became free of demons, so that people could come and collect palm fruits as they want, and cows could graze freely in that area. And not only that, the celestials came in joy and rained flowers and sounded their musical instruments, and thus that area became free of the demons also. On his return, he was received by a bevy of gopis who were most anxiously looking for him, whose locks, covered with dust, raised by the trampling of cows, was beautified by peacock feathers, and the wildflowers, whose face was lit up by a delightful smile and a charming look, and who was playing upon his flute, surrounded by companions who were singing songs in praise of him. The young women of Vrija assuaged their grief of separation from Krishna during the daytime by now drinking the nectar of his face through the honey beetles of their eyes. They received him with their sidelong glances, characterized by modesty, joy, and a touch of coyness. And Krishna too, accepting their welcome, entered Vrija. The fond mothers, Yashoda and Rohini, served their sons in a manner suitable for the climate and their needs with the food, clothes, and other requirements. They were bathed, anointed with unguents, rested and bedecked with fine cloth, excellent garlands, scents, etc. The mothers fed them with delicious dishes, fondled them in various ways, and put them on excellent beds where they slept comfortably. So, you have to remember that this was in their 6th year. So when the gopis were almost like in their 18s or 20s by that time. And so when they saw Lord Krishna, in one sense, they were seeing Lord Krishna as a small baby boy only. And so when they saw Lord Krishna, they could not stop drinking the nectar of his face. And so they were so much touching him and looking at him and enjoying his beautiful face. And then the mothers, Yashoda and Rohini, Rohini was the mother of Balarama and Yashoda of Lord Krishna. They fed him, bathed them, and then put them on the bed where they slept comfortably. And now comes the story of the serpent Kaliya. So, O king, this is Lord Shuka is addressing Parikshit. O king, one day unaccompanied by Rama, that is Balarama, Krishna went to the forest region of Vrindavana along with his friends and reached the banks of the Yamuna. Reaching there, the cows and the boys, being extremely thirsty because of the heat of the summer, drank the poisonous water of Yamuna. Struck by destiny, as it were, they fell down dead as soon as they washed their face and mouth with it. Seeing his dependence in that condition, Krishna, the master, even of all masters of yoga, revived them by the look of his eyes, which shed the nectar of immortality. Restored to consciousness, they all sat up on the river bank, wondering and looking at each other. They all felt convinced that their revival after drinking poisoned water was entirely due to the gracious look of Lord Krishna. So these boys, the Gopas, when they reached the Yamuna, the banks of Yamuna river, that particular area was poisoned. They did not know that it was poisonous water. So as soon as they were about to drink the poisonous water, they were just washed their face and mouth. That's all they did. And because of the poison, they all died. But they were restored back to life by Lord Krishna just by a look. That's all. Just a look was enough to revive them. And they all got up as if they just had fallen unconscious and wondering what happened. So we can see this or may question, how can just one look of Lord Krishna revive the dead? And how can this happen, and all these stories? As I said earlier, when we see Amma, only then we can be convinced of the fact that, Amma many a times just glances at somebody and gives an intense look. And people have many a times explained that just by Amma's look, they have had so much transformation. Either their diseases have gone away, or they felt so much peaceful, and various other things. So they said that's why they're saying that a guru can just create a change just by a look, or by a touch, or by a word, or by a glance. That's a look, and just by a word, a single word, a mantra, By chanting a mantra in the ear, she can change the lives of so many. Not only that, she revives so many people without even giving any explanation or saying that, oh, I the great did it. She never takes any credit for what she does, and it happens so spontaneously, like in this case. And luckily the boys knew it was thanks to Lord Krishna that they came back to life, and so they were revived. And Sri Shuka said, seeing that the water of Kalindi, that is Yamuna, had been poisoned by Kaliya, the black serpent, Krishna decided to purify the river by getting rid of the serpent from it. And Raja Parikshit, who was listening to the story as narrated by Sri Shuka, asked this question: how did the Lord punish the serpent living in deep waters there for a very long time? And how did that serpent happen to be there for so long? I would like to hear all about these matters. O Holy One, who will feel surfeited with hearing the delightful accounts of Krishna, the unlimited and the eternally free being in his assumed form of a cowherd boy? So he's saying that just the delightful accounts of Lord Krishna as a young boy itself, it will bring about so much of bliss. And Sri Shuka said, in the Kalindi there was a deep cavern where the water was boiling with the poison of Kaliya. Birds flying over it fell down dead. All plants, birds and animals in that region of the Yamuna banks had perished by the contact of the poison-bearing particles of the water of Yamuna wafted by the breeze. Being thus appraised of the dreadfully poisonous Kaliya and of his poisoning the waters of the Kalindi, that is river Yamuna, Krishna, whose mission in life was to eliminate all evil ones, resolved to act for the fulfillment of that purpose. Girding up his loins and clapping his biceps with his hands in challenge, he plunged into the poisoned water from the top of a Kadamba tree. The waters of the serpent pool in the Yamuna swelled up with the flaming poison of the serpents, agitated by the impact made by the Supreme Person, and the poisoned waves rushed in all directions up to 400 yards of the banks. But that is no wonder in the case of the Lord of infinite puissance. Hearing the tumultuous sound of the water lashed by the strokes of the mighty arms of Krishna of Herculean strength, the serpent felt that its home was being invaded and, unable to brook it, emerged very soon. So Lord Krishna understood that there was Kaliya and he wanted to get rid of the poison from Kaliya. So he jumped into the water from a tree. And as soon as he jumped into the water, Kaliya sensed there was something wrong. So that's why, and his home was being invaded. So he emerged out. And on seeing Krishna, who was delightful to look at, who was resplendent like a fresh rain cloud, who was marked by the Srivatsa imprint, yellow cloth, lotus-hued feet, and smiling face, and who was pouring in the water fearlessly, the serpent bit him on all his vital parts, and in great anger wound his coils around, that is, Lord Krishna's whole body, hiding him from view. Seeing Lord Krishna motionless with the coils of the serpent, his dear friends, the cowherd boys who looked upon Krishna as their wealth, relative, and life itself, were overpowered by sorrow and fell down unconscious, stricken with grief, sympathy, and fear. The cows, the bulls, and the calves were all sorrow-stricken and stood listlessly looking at Krishna and lowing loudly in fright and grief. So, Kaliya, knowing that Lord Krishna had come, he went and he attacked Lord Krishna and started biting him in different parts of his body. And not only that, he was wrapping him around the Lord Krishna and so that Lord Krishna would not escape. And his whole body, Lord Krishna's whole body was hidden from the view of the Gopa boys. So when the serpent did this, the boys who saw Lord Krishna being struck by Kaliya and in the grip of Kaliya also, they fell down. Some of them fell down unconscious. Some of them were stricken with grief. And the cows and the bulls and the calves also were also sorrow-stricken. And they just kept looking at Lord Krishna with fright and with grief. Simultaneously, frightening omens portending immediate danger were seen on land, in the sky, and the bodies of people at Vraja. Seeing these bad omens and noting that Rama had not gone with that day to herd the cattle, Nanda and the other Gopas were filled with fear as they were in their ignorance of Lord Krishna's powers, thought that these bad omens might indicate his death. Therefore, all the Gopas, including men, women, children, and the old people for whom Krishna was very much like their life breath, started from Gokula in great anxiety and eagerness to see Krishna, all pathetic like cows that have lost their calves. So, when they heard about this, Nanda, the father, and all the Gopas, the older Gopas, started running. Is they saying like it was like the cows who had lost their children, the calves. But the venerable Balarama, who was only a manifestation of Krishna, knew his brother's prowess and so kept silent, smiling at the consternation of the people of Gokula. So he just sat there coolly because he knew that what Lord Krishna could do and couldn't do. So he just sat there silently smiling, looking at all these rushing people. Just like, when something happens in the ashram, everybody starts shouting and running around, but Amma is sitting there coolly, understanding what's happening. And she's not perturbed by any of these incidents and sits there smiling. So the Gopas, in their search for their dear Krishna, traced his track by observing the special marks of his footprints and reached the bank of the Yamuna. So Gopas knew the footprints of Lord Krishna. So they followed that and reached the banks of Yamuna. Oh dear one, they proceeded fast, locating amidst the hoof marks of the cattle, of the cowherd boys, and the Lord's footprints having on them the mark of the lotus, barley, grains, gourd, thunderbolt, and flag. And in the pool, within the river, they saw Lord Krishna motionless, with a serpent coiled around his whole body. And there were the boys lying unconscious on the riverside, and the cattle lowing piteously. Such was the scene that greeted the eyes of these Gopas from a distance, reducing them to a state of utmost mental affliction and stupefaction. When the Gopis who dearly loved the worshipful Krishna, the infinite being incarnate, and whoever remembered his loving smile, looks and speech, saw their beloved one in the coils of the serpent, They became overwhelmed with grief, and they began to feel that they would find life meaningless without the Lord. And when Krishna's sorrow-stricken mother was about to get into the water to follow her son, the ladies restrained them from behind, shedding tears of sorrow like herself, and holding her by the hand, they began to reminisce about the deeds of Krishna's childhood. Then, seeing Lord Krishna's face above the water, they kept on looking motionless at him as if they were lifeless. And Nanda and some others to whom Lord Krishna was their life breath now tried to get into the stream, but Rama, who knew the Krishna's prowess very well, forbade their move. So it was the reaction of all these people are being portrayed. The gopis were just sitting there and looking at, and they were thinking, what if Lord Krishna left them? How will be their life? And then the mothers started getting into the water, then the gopis restrained them, and then the father started getting, and then Balarama, who knew the strength of Lord Krishna, prevented them also from entering into the waters. So I'm just reminded of one of the incidents that took place during one of their tours. When Amma got into a river, one of the rivers, as she was traveling, she told everybody that you should not get into the river because there is strong currents, and especially those who did not know how to swim should not enter into the water. And one of the the brahmacharinis, gopis, did not obey Amma, and Amma was swimming, and suddenly she said, she was narrating this story recently also, when she felt that somebody was drowning. So she dived under the water, went straight, and when she looked inside the water, she saw one of the brahmacharinis drowning. So she just caught hold of luckily it was a brahmacharini, so they had hair. So, so she caught hold of the brahmacharini, pulled her out, and put her back on the river bank. So don't ask how she knew and how she understood that she was drowning. Nobody else understood this. So just thinking about this, I'm saying that the saving of people getting into the water and swimming, Amma knew perfectly who was underwater and who was over the water and who was swimming on the water. So it's all these stories, remind us that, or when we think about Amma, these stories reflect on Lord Krishna's life also as well, and many of them we can just brush them aside, saying these are stories which has been created by devotees. But in one sense, if you want to think that these things happened, it did happen. So it's up to each person to understand and to move forward, whether it's just a story, it's a dream, or it really happened in the life of Lord Krishna. Om Amriteshwariya Namah. अमृतरूपिणी मृदुसुभाषिणि अभयदायिनि वन्दनम् अमृतरूपिणि मृदुसुभाषिणि अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अमृतरूपिणि मृदुसुभाषिणि अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अमृतरूपिणि मृदुसुभाषिणि अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अमृतरूपिणि मृदुसुभाषिणि अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अमृतरूपिणि मृदुसुभाषिणि अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अमृतरूपिणि मृदुसुभाषिणि अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अमृते वन्दनम्
अमृते वन्दनम्
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
जनकनन्दिनि जननिरञ्जिनि जनिविनाशिनि वन्दनम्
जनकनन्दिनि जननिरञ्जिनि जनिविनाशिनि वन्दनम्
जनकनन्दिनि जननिरञ्जिनि जनिविनाशिनि वन्दनम्
जनकनन्दिनि जननिरञ्जिनि जनिविनाशिनि वन्दनम्
सकलसुरमुनिविधिनिषेविनि सुखन श्यामल मालिनी सुखन श्यामल मालिनी
सकलसुरमुनिविधिनिषेविनि सुखनश्यामलमालिनी
सुखन श्यामल मालिनी अमृतरूपिणि
मृदुसुभाषिणि अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अमृतरूपिणि मृदुसुभाषिणि
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
प्रकृतिकारिणि दुरिदवारिणि प्रणदरक्षगि वन्दनम्
प्रकृतिकारिणि दुरितवारिणि प्रणतरक्षति वन्दनम्
प्रकृतिकारिणि दुरिदवारिणि प्रणदरक्षगि वन्दनम्
प्रकृतिकारिणि दुरितवारिणि प्रणतरक्षति वन्दनम्
अमृतवायिनि जय महेश्वरि शिवकुडुम्बिनि वन्दनो शिवकुडुम्बिनि वन्दनो
अमृतवायिनि जय महेश्वरि शिवकुडुम्बिनि वन्दनम् शिवकुडुम्बिनि वन्दनम्
अमृतरूपिणी मृदुसुभाषिणि
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अमृतरूपिणी मृदुसुभाषिणि
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम्
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम् अमृते वन्दनम् अमृते वन्दनम्
अमृते
अभयदायिनि वन्दनम् जय गणेश जय एकदंद जय लंबोदर विष्णु
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 जय महेश सुर पार्वती नंदन जय विघ्नेश विभो
महेश सुत पार्वती नंदन जय विघ्नेश विभो
जय महेश सुत पार्वती नंदन जय विघ्नेश विभो
जय महेश सुत पार्वती नंदन जय विघ्नेश विभो
जय गणेश जय एकदंद जय लंबोदर विष्णु
जय गणेश जय एकदंद जय लंबोदर विष्णु
जय महेश सुत पार्वती नंदन जय विघ्नेश विभो
जय महेश सुत पार्वती नंदन जय विघ्नेश विभो
विघ्नराज तुम भीमकाय तुम वेदो विजय हमें
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 प्रणवरूप तुम वक्रतुंड तुम हमको तुम वर दो
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 जय गणेश जय एकदंद जय लंबोदर विष्णु
जय गणेश जय एकदंद जय लंबोदर विष्णु
जय महेश सुत पार्वती नंदन जय विघ्नेश विभो
जय महेश सुत पार्वती नंदन जय विघ्नेश विभो
स्वर्ण वर्ण तुम देव पूज्य तुम मूषिक वाहन तुम
स्वर्णवर्ण तुम देव पूज्य तुम मूषिक वाहन तुम
स्वर्ण वर्ण तुम देव पूज्य तुम मूषिक वाहन तुम
स्वर्णवर्ण तुम देव पूज्य तुम मूषिक वाहन तुम
धर्म बुद्धि दो दिव्यदृष्टिदो सर्वविघ्नहर्तुम् धर्मबुद्धिदो दिव्यदृष्टिदो सर्वविघ्नहर्तुम् जय गणेश जय एकदंत जय लंबोदर विष्णु जय गणेश जय एकदंत जय लंबोदर विष्णु जय महेश सुत पार्वती नंदन जय विघ्नेश विभो 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 कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् बोलो जय 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 गोपी श्री कृष्ण 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 कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् देवकी तनयं यशोदबालम् देवकी तनयं यशोदबालम् राधा विलोलं मानसचोरम् राधा विलोलं मानसचोरम् बोलो जय 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 गोपी श्री कृष्ण बोलो जय 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 गोपी श्री कृष्ण बोलो जय 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 गोपी श्री कृष्ण गोपी श्री कृष्ण कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वेदांगसारं गीतोपदेशं वेदांगसारं राधे गोपालम साधु संरक्षकं राधे गोपालम साधु संरक्षणं राधे गोपालम साधु संरक्षकं राधे गोपालम बोलो जय 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 गोपी श्री कृष्ण 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 जगद्गुरुं बालकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गोविन्द जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय वंदे जगद्गुरुं बालकृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुम् काम मत लोभ कुछ है नाम उनके
खड़े हैं यहाँ पर ये दुश्मन सभी काम मत लोभ कुछ है नाम उनके
खड़े यहाँ पर ये दुश्मन सभी काम मत लोभ कुछ है नाम उनके
खड़े हैं यहाँ पर ये दुश्मन सभी
जाएंगे माँ मुझको बना के करे
जाएंगे माँ मुझको बना के करे
ले जाएंगे माँ मुझको बना के करे
जाएंगे माँ मुझको बना के करे
काली तेरी झलक से वो काली तेरी झलक से मिट जाएंगे सभी तुम काली जागो 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 माँ श्याम जागो जागो तू न आया तो मैया कहेंगे सभी इसकी माँ में थोड़ी सी दया ही नहीं कहेंगे सभी इसकी माँ में थोड़ी सी दया ही नहीं।
तो मैया कहेंगे सभी इसकी माँ में थोड़ी सी दया ही नहीं।
रोता है ये शिशु फिर भी माँ है सोई।
रोता है ये शिशु फिर भी माँ है सोई।
रोता है ये शिशु पर भी माँ है सोई।
रोता है ये शिशु फिर भी माँ है सोई।
करो रक्षा मेरी, करो रक्षा मेरी, जागो माँ तुम भी, जागो माँ काली जागो जागो, जागो माँ शाम जागो जागो। काली जागो जागो, जागो माँ शाम जागो जागो।
जागो माँ काली जागो जागो, जागो माँ श्याम जागो जागो।
जागो माँ काली जागो जागो, जागो माँ शाम जागो जागो।
जागो माँ काली जागो जागो, जागो माँ श्याम जागो जागो।
जागो माँ काली जागो जागो, जागो माँ शाम जागो जागो।
जागो माँ काली जागो जागो, जागो माँ श्याम जागो जागो।
जागो माँ काली जागो जागो, जागो माँ शाम जागो। अमृतानंदमयी
जय बोलो सद्गुरु माता अमृतानंदमयी देवी की अमृतेश्वरी मंगलम रणमदा मुक्तिप्रदे मंगलम भुवनेश्वरी मंगलम सुकृतिरा एकाश्रये अमृतेश्वरी मंगलम रणमदा मुक्तिप्रदे मंगलम भुवनेश्वरी मंगलम सुखदेवा एकाश्रये मंगलम हृदयेश्वरी मंगलम तेजोमयी मंगलम मृदुभाषिणी मंगलम विजयदा प्रेमामृते मंगलम विजयदा प्रेमाकृते मंगलम विजयदा प्रेमाकृते असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु।